Now the news, the police in Delta have rescued 5 underage girls who were trafficked from River State and used as sex slave in a hotel in Ughelli South local government area. The police say a middle-aged lady, Joy from Patani, who is now at large, trafficked the girls and forced them to take an oath before they commenced the illegal act. Ikinamechi reports.
This 13-year-old girl here says she was tricked by a lady who introduced her to sex slavery. Her story, which is similar to 4 others here, is a pathetic one.
Provision. As we can't reach there, na shower work. And the woman can't tell me, say, no way to come back again. And as I want come run, can't seize all my clothes. If I no work, I no go eat from morning to night. Then if I want the amount of money when toss him out work, he go give me food.
The woman carrots go juju. The man can't give me candle with snap. The man tell me say any money I make, if I hide them, say I go die. I can't start the work. As I don't tire, now I can't escape.
Though they escaped from the brothel in Patani, they soon landed in another one in Ughelli South, which this lady operated with her escapee husband.
Now I tell you, say they reached there on Wednesday. Then they say they go back. They beg my husband say on Saturday they go now go back to their village.
See, the dog also for like 2 days.
I mean, I don't know. Come here, I know they go to that department. My department is to serve drink. I don't know what they do reach.
The Commissioner of Police, who condemned the moral decadence in the society, disclosed more about checking rising cases of underage prostitution.
Lack of parental care on the part of the parents and what have you. Societal malaise generally can be accounted for all these things. They make money for her. At the end of the day, she gives them 1,000 naira in the morning. The remaining money, she takes the money. That one too is on the run. Efforts are on to ensure that we track her down to account for her deeds. In the interim, the girls have been brought here, rescued. An investigation is already ongoing.
In Nigeria, activities of pimps, underage prostitution, and the operation or ownership of brothels are penalized under Section 223, 224, and 225 of the Nigerian Criminal Code. A thorough investigation of these cases and the prosecution of those found culpable will serve as a deterrent to other offenders. Ikinamechi, TVC News, Asaba.
Inspector General of Police says expert advice has been sought in the case of the death of gospel singer Osinachi Nwachukwu. Mr. Peter Nwachukwu, the man being held by the police for allegedly being responsible for his wife's death, has been brought before the IGP following an advocacy visit by the Minister of Women Affairs. Family of the deceased gospel singer Osinachi of the Ekweme fame, who were also present at the meeting, are pressing for justice. We have details in this report.
The Minister of Women Affairs wants speedy delivery of justice in the case of the death of Osinachi Nwachukwu, the gospel singer who died allegedly as a result of physical abuse suffered from her husband. That's why she has led an advocacy visit to the Inspector General of Police.
The revelations revealed to me from the children, it coincides with most of what you've been reading on social media. Our heart is broken. Osinachi's death is one out of so many that we cannot let go.
The police chief discloses that the investigation is advancing and expert advice is being sought from the National Hospital and the Minister of Justice in the case.
Meanwhile, in all cases of this nature, there is an expert opinion which is required. And it is because of this that the police have approached the National Hospital where the corpse is deposited to conduct a postmortem examination to get an expert opinion as to the cause of death. As soon as this opinion is received at our end, we will finish our investigation and charge the suspect to court for possible prosecution. It is a matter that will impress the entire nation. It is a matter that will impress the government. And therefore, the Office of the Attorney General will also be involved in looking into our investigation for them to do the arraignment and possible prosecution.
The presence of Mr. Peter Nwachukwu, Osinachi's husband, who is being held for being allegedly responsible for his wife's death, triggered emotions from the deceased singer's family members. Since the gospel singer died, there have been growing agitations for justice over her death.
Women advocates are canvassing for the establishment of policies that will address workplace sexual harassment in Nigeria. Speaking at the official presentation of a document, the advocates expressed worry that more workplaces in the country are becoming unsafe for women due to lack of policies to address the situation. Helen Osamide-Ekins reports.
Sexual harassment and discrimination are not issues unique to Nigeria, but are experienced in workplaces all around the world. A recent research extract in the Federal Capital Territory by Hair Women Development shows that 3 in 5 women have experienced physical sexual harassment, which respondents reported in form of unwelcome touching, deliberate pinching, among others. 14% of the respondents revealed that they have been raped at work, while the major perpetrators of sexual harassment at work are seen to be supervisors, as 91% of such cases reported. Due to outdated Nigerian labor laws that do not directly address these forms of inappropriate workplace behaviors, many victims are not aware of legal options available to them at a toxic workplace. Cultures also do not offer employees the support they need to report such incidents. Here at this workshop on career barriers against young women in Nigeria, this gender advocate calls for policies that will address sexual harassment at the workplace, as many establishments are now becoming unsafe for women.
Some ladies have accepted it as their fate. It's like it's a normal thing. We just have to live by it. So we are here to discuss those policies, those laws, those procedures that would decide here, and then we'll push forward that they should be implemented.
They are also of the opinion that more sensitization should be done to educate women on situations that should be considered sexual harassment. If young women are empowered with adequate tools to recognize and report sexual harassment at workplace, there are possibilities that they will excel in their careers and leadership aspirations. Helen Osamide-Ekins, TVC News, Abuja.